right, girls. Well, we rehearsed.
To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box. To the left, in the closet. That's my stuff. Yes, if I bought it, say, don't touch.
Girl, we sound mad good.
What's poppin', everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Lelona. And thank you so much for tuning into yet another episode of Everything Lelona. Now, if you are new here, welcome, baby. I really hope that you'll enjoy this video and that will make you hit that little subscribe button somewhere over here. And if you are a regular subscriber, gang, day one, what's good, what's up, what is future? I really hope that you are well and that you are taking care of yourself. Okay. Now, I've been away for some time now because life is lifing, Betunani. Life is lifing, okay? And I'm gonna try to keep it consistent. I've been saying this, but I think I've been pretty much consistent-ish because I did not go on a very long hiatus. So I'm back. Like, I never left, okay? So we are back with another story time, and today's story time is about the time that we actually did. We got mugged by someone that I thought I would date, or someone that I thought like something could happen between us, even though like we met on the day, but there was something there, but he mugged us, okay? So if you are interested in the story, please give it a huge thumbs up. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't by now, please do click on that subscribe button so that you can be part of the gang, the day ones, okay? So without wasting any of your time, let's get into the story. So this happened a long time ago. So I basically was thinking of doing a friendship breakup story. However, the person that I broke up with, who was a friend at the time, is also part of the story. So I was like, why don't I tell the story first? Because one thing about it, it's juicy AF, okay? So this happened like in Pretoria. I think I did tell you guys that when I moved to Pretoria from the Eastern Cape, I had moved in with like family, right? So I lived with Pinky, Brain, and the mom and the dad, right? Who is my uncle and aunt. So I lived with them, and then like 4 months into me living with them, I left and I found an apartment. Yabo, sharp. So I found an apartment, moved into that apartment with one of my cousins, was a Eastern Cape, who's now based in the Eastern Cape. So we like moved in together, we found this apartment, and then we moved into this apartment. Now, with me moving into this apartment, I made a lot of friends. Yabo, I made some friends in the apartment block, and one of them is a lady by the name of we'll give her the name Siki. Yabo, Siki. So Siki lived in my building, and her and I became really good friends. Yabo. Then there was another friend of mine who some of you will not, like a lot of you won't know her. Like you guys won't know her because she's not even on social media, so I'll use her name. So Lindo was a friend of mine from back in high school, and then she also moved to Pretoria, so we were still friends, yabo. So she was one of my friends and she was part of my entourage, yabo. So it was quite a number of us. Pinky, Brain still came over. Whenever we'd go out, we'd all go out together. So it would be me, Pinky, Brain, some of Pinky and Brain's friends, some of my friends, Abo Siki, Nabo Lindo, and them, yabo. Sharp. So I am gonna start this story right at not at the beginning, because I'm gonna start it on the night of the event, because I don't want to drag the story, because I want to save some of the things that I want to say for the next story time, which is the friendship breakup, yabo, sharp, because yeah. But this evening, or that evening, Pinky and Brain lived in Ferry Glen, which is in the east of Pretoria. So whenever we would go out, we'd go to places like your Rhapsodies at Sunny Park, or we'd go to Europa. But one thing about a night out with us, it always ended in La Cantina. Now, those who know La Cantina will know La Cantina is a gay tavern. You heard me right. Not a club, but a tavern. Tavern is a Pretoria, guys. Deep in the city, and it was so fun. Like, really gays, so paya, really gays, kuzi gays, nje. Like, and I knew that whenever I would go to La Cantina, I would meet all sorts of men, okay? La Cantina was fun AF. There was all sorts of gay men, and like, they weren't scared of coming to you and approaching you and asking you out, or like trying to like get with you. They were not scared, and that was so fun for me. Like, when I was still younger, I loved that shit, okay? So a night always ended at La Cantina. Sharp. Now, this fateful evening, it was me, Pinky Brain, Lindo, and Siki, and Shimi was there, I think. Was Shimi there? I don't know, but I think Shimi was there. There was also Dinewo. Dinewo was the lady that helped at at Pinky and Brains's, yeah, bon? So she used to help out there, but she was like our age, so whenever we'd go out with her. She was there as well. There was another guy from the Eastern Cape, but like, these characters aren't really important, but there were all these people, so it was like a huge group of us. Then some of us here were gay, some were straight, some were like straight guys, and some were like heterosexual women, yeah, bo? Sharp. So we were a diverse group, essentially. Now, this night we started at Rhapsodies. We went to Rhapsodies. There was Lagos night. If you know Pretoria, you will know Lagos night, okay? Lagos night was when they used to play like Nigerian music, the Rhapsodies during Lagos night, and all these Nigerian guys would be there. It would be a bomb, okay? It would be so good. Like, one thing about me, I've never been, okay, I have, but before this, I hadn't been with like a foreign guy, yeah, but all the guys that I went out with were always South African, yeah, but sharp. But we all know that Nigerian guys, some of them can be hot, and when they are hot, okay? Like, those guys could be hot. All right, sharp. So went to Lagos night. Lagos night was popping as usual. So we get there. We get a table, we sit. So now we buy our alcohol, we figure any ice packets to 27. We were all students here, so Sili Savannah, straight up, yabo. Sili Savannah, kumnandi. And then, what happened? So we're at our table, we're having the time of our lives. Kumnandi, guys. We're drinking, we're dancing, and across us or adjacent to us, I love to use the word adjacent so that you guys could know that this bitch is learned, okay? So Anditi next to or right opposite did adjacent to us. So they weren't like here next to us or in front of us. They were like here, diagonally. Yeah, diagonally to us. So Betheli saw, yeah, bo? So in that table, there's like about 5 or 4 guys, and all of them well built, connecting beards, dark skinned, exactly my type, yabo. So this guy is obviously, because he's on his side, we can then assume that this guy is a Nigerian, yabo. So there are these Nigerian guys, there's like 5 of them on that table, and I don't know how many of us, but there's a lot of us. So what Usiki is a biggish girl, yabo. So she's a big girl, curvy, and Mama Africa, you understand? Mama Africa, and you know Nigerian men when it comes to Mama Africa. Lindo as well. Lindo has a huge nyash, yabo. Lindo has a huge behind, like she is literally carrying an ass behind her, okay? So obviously you can then assume that Nigerian guys will be drawn to these 2 girls, yabo. Sharp. So these guys Nyanke are looking at our table, they are waving kumnandi. And obviously when you get male attention, that's nice, okay? That is nice. Also, at the time, it was nice for me to like, or nice for anyone with man, it was nice to get male attention. So, these guys keep looking, keep waving, and I think one of them came over. He came over, he greets, and then he's like introducing himself to the group, and then he like talks to Usiki. As expected, yabo. talks to Seek, is like, yo, what's up? Da, 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 da. So they have a conversation, but asbanakanga because they are having their own conversation. Ayinando nokwenza nathi, yabo? Sharp. Now, the straight guys that we are with keep nabo looking at girls, yabo? So bayatacha, they keep going to like tables with girls, talking to these girls. So now kusheke mna ulindo, Pinky and Brain at the table because the guys that we are with are out here shilling, yabo? Sharp. Now, these guys still are looking at us, even though Usiki is like talking to one of the guys. So now I noticed that whenever I look over at the table, one of the guys is like looking at me. You understand? So it's not easy. It's not easy, nor is it hard for you to look at me and think he's gay, right? However, when I want to, you can tell by my mannerism, my femininity, if I can say, but you can tell that igele, yabo. So I think in my head, I am not expecting one of these guys to look at me and think, yo, what's up? You understand? Because it's not, Nigerian men aren't typically gay. Very, very, very arrogant and ignorant statement. However, you don't look at a Nigerian guy and think gay, right? However, with us, some of us, many of us South African men, and like it's easy to tell way to ba, yabo, sharp. So one of the guys, like we keep locking eyes, and I'm thinking to myself, this guy wants me, even though he hasn't said anything, but I know for certain that this guy wants me. And this guy is gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous, big buff, dark skinned, beard, fade, like dype, you understand? So I'm like looking at him and I'm thinking, oh my God, you look so good. Yeah, well? So I don't know, because siya pakama siya jiva, it's easy for people to like meet at the dance floor or on the dance floor. So we stand up, we dance, kube mandi. They're also dancing to their music. It's a vibe, okay? So eventually him and I are like standing back to back. I'm standing here, he's behind me. So as I'm dancing, I turn around and then I see his back. And then I quickly turn back now. I don't know if one of the guys told him, yo, yabo, Shari out here is like, was checking you out, but quickly turned. And then I'm tapping on my shoulder. And then obviously I'm gonna look back. I know who's tapping me on my shoulder. The fuck? So I turn back and then I like look at him. He's like, yo, hi. I'm like, hi. And we start talking. He introduces himself. We'll give him the name Fabio. Yeah, bro. He's like, I'm Fabio. I'm like, I'm Lelona. And he's like, what? I'm like, Lelona. And then we like talk. We introduce ourselves. We talk. He's asking me about what I'm doing here. Like, come on, like a dance floor. We're busy dancing and don't. If you know, Rhapsody's had like also a restaurant side. There was the club side and there was the restaurant side. So, and when you go to the bathroom, you go through the restaurant. Yeah, bon? Sharp. So in our dancing and whatever, talking, I'm like, yo, I wanna go pee. He's like, let's go. So we both walk to the bathroom, and then when we come back, there's like an empty table. There's like, let's sit here for a bit and talk. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So we sit, we talk. He's like asking me about myself. I'm telling him about myself. He's telling me about himself as well. He's like, yo, so you know how they all regard each other as brothers. Like, no, I'm here with my brothers. Wada. I don't live here. I live in Joburg. Blah, 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 blah. Sharp. So Ati, he's visiting a brother's and I don't ask, are they blood brothers? Are they yabo or whatever? But I'm like, oh, okay, cool, sharp, whatever. So we talk. Eventually we go back to the dance floor. Sharp. So we get back to our tables and I sit with my friends. He goes back to like his friends. Now, as the night progresses, ingathi tafile zethu ziya interjoiner because some of us here are being approached by those guys, yabo. We join tables, we sit together, kube mandi. Now around 2 o'clock, Rhapsodies is avala. La cantina closes at 3 or 4, I don't know. Yeah, bom? But what, like, our night would always end at La Cantina. That's all I know, or all I remember. I don't know what time they close, but I think 4. I think La Cantina closed at 4. Ne? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. But whenever we would go there, we'd go there and have like a good 2 hours at La Cantina. Sharp. So they're busy asking us, so where to from here? Yabo? And obviously we're like, La Cantari for the babies. We're like, we are going to La Cantina. And party kupi apple. So we're telling them, mana, Jongake ila Cantina tavern. And ila Cantina gweli gays bayana. And we're not sure if you guys are gonna be comfortable. So these guys have been chilling with us the entire evening. They've been seeing us taking out our wallets, they've been seeing us take out our phones, seeing the bags that we're carrying and whatever. So they basically know us. We know them, we've seen their pocket as well. Yabo? Sharp. So they're like, so we're telling them, mana, no, see ela cantina from here, and because I'm a man, kumanda la cantina, mandi, yabo, yabo. So we're going to la cantina. So see, explain the situation ya payabana. Listen, I also figure out manitafile. There aren't any chairs and seats and tables there. You're gonna get there and stand, you're gonna buy courts there. They're like, we want that vibe. Nyani siyambe. Now, when we leave Rhapsodies, because Tina si group enins, we normally would use meter taxis. Because at the time, Uber wasn't a thing. Uber and Bolt weren't a thing. We're using meter taxis. So, bayabuza bana ni zayanga ndoni payan. Said no, so catch a meter taxi outside of Sunny Park. They're like, bona, they were driving, so we can all drive together, blah, 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 blah. So they came here with like multiple cars. We're like, okay, good shot. Now, I don't know what we needed at my place, because we first, when they closed here and we left, we went to my place. And we went there for like 10 minutes and then we left and went to La Cantina. We get to La Cantina is pumping, right? As usual. The gays are there, the gays are slaying, the gays are having the time of our lives. And Charles, because the Fasil and Yambane, Numduam apa yabo, because him and I were talking the entire night, we established that he likes me. I'm like, you're not bad, so I don't think and like him that like anam yabo, because it's like my first time being hit on by a Nigerian guy, and I'm like, I'm not mad at this. I kinda like this, yabo. And I ain't got flops, yabo. Like, he's groomed, he's well dressed, he smells good, he's good looking as well. So I'm like, why not? And at the time, I was obsessed with Dinewa's diary, and Dine was still dating that Nigerian guy as well. And so I wanted to like experience and have a taste of Niger, yabo. So I get into La Cantina and I'm confident as fuck because I've got this cute guy next to me. I've got my friends. We've got all these men walking in with us. It's a vibe, yeah, bro. Now all eyes are on us. La Cantina kesana. Siambe, we find a spot. We stand. We buy liquor. We dance the night away. Kube nandi. Oh yes, now I remember. Reason why we went back to my place is because Pinky and Brain, when they come from Kokwabo, right? When Besuka from Ferry Glen, Bazange Baki, Tetabo at the time had one of those utility bakis as a Chevrolet, yabo. So it had a canopy, some of us facing in the back, so we went back to my place because they were parked there to fetch the car. So they were gonna fetch the car, and then so that transport because we're not sure if these guys are gonna take us back home. Yeah, bo? Sharp. So we went back to my place, took the car, and then we all came together to La Cantina with the utility baki. Baki, wow. With the utility baki, yeah, bo? Sharp. Now we're at La Cantina, kumnandi. The night is young, and so are we, and we've got all these gorgeous men with us, and we are looking scrumptious, we are looking scrumptily young, and that's a motherfucking period, child, yeah, bo? So we're having fun, we're dancing, kube mandike. These guys are buying alcohol, obviously cheap alcohol, yeah, La Cantina, because the courts. ngudu ilakantina thesi ngudu. So if uthengisa abantu bamba lengaki isidudla, if uthenge I don't know Heineken lingaka yabo last number Heineken. So they're buying alcohol, we're drinking. Now uphele ubusuku. Xa kuphela ubusuku ke ngoku elakantina kuba nalanto ba xa kuvalwa asigoduki immediately. We all go stand outside, right? We stand outside. People are like shelling each other outside. We are now all seeing each other in like under the lights because inside it's dark, outside it's street lights. So we are all seeing each other and people are shelling each other. So we are in that mix. We're all standing there and just talking and like mingling with people. So in the midst of Ugminglisha, we're like, "Hi guys, man, let's call it a night," because now people are starting to like leave. And that we're like, nah man, it's not giving what it's supposed to give anymore. Let's all leave. Now the guys that we came, so Abantu are starting to leave, right? We see people that we know and we chill with them. These guys that we were with, we've all exchanged numbers, took each other's numbers, wada. And they said, peace out, they are leaving. They get into their cars and they drive off. Sharp. So I'm giddy. I'm like, I found myself a nigger. I found myself a Nigerian guy and I'm so happy. I'm extremely happy at this point and I'm just like sitting now here or just standing here and whatever. So we then walk back to the car. Now Ella Cantina, when you walk out the door, right, and on your right there is a car dealership. There's a car dealership and then ibe corner right after the car dealership. It's like corner, we are parked by the corner. So we go back and stand by the car and we're talking to the people that we were talking with outside, but they are on the other side. So we are all standing and facing those people. I don't remember them, guys. I don't lie. I don't remember if they were girls or guys or whatever. But also, not me calling people by names, Kasan. But the straight gents that I was with are all talking like to these other girls that were at La Cantina and are now walking away. So, so it's that kind of vibe. Pinky, no Brain. Brain ngulo. Brain is the one that drives the bike. So Brain angena moto with the guy that he was talking to. And then some of the girls, Usiki and Ulindo, because they were super drunk, selebengile back and banengile back, and bavalile back in ikenopi. So outside, it's me, it's two of the street guys that we were with, who are our friends. It's Dineo, the lady Oklinayo. So, the way that we are standing there, we're all facing this way, right? We're all facing this way, and it's all of them in front of me. So it's Dineo, it's the two guys that are straight. I'm standing behind them and I am on my phone. It's at night. Remember, it's like in the early hours of the morning. So I'm standing behind them and they're like a step or two steps away from me. So I'm sitting there pressing my phone and the car, Imoto, is very close to us. So people who are in the car can see us. You understand? So I'm standing there pressing my phone. I'm busy pressing my phone, press the phone. And then while I'm standing there, someone grabs me from behind and by the saw and the device grip. Hey, guys, so I'm now reaching out, trying to reach out to these guys that are in front of me, my friends, So I'm trying to reach out to them, but Anfiki, I'll put my voice because this guy is literally strangling the shit out of me. Okay? So this guy is like strangling me. I don't even know who this person is because they're behind me. So, but I could tell that there's there's not one of them, there's quite a number of them. So, and my phone is in my hand, and then someone takes my phone from my hand. Someone's trying to pickpocket me and touching my pockets, yabo. And then these guys turn around, see what's going on. Udinewo walks towards us. They grab her by the neck. The two guys ran. They ran away. And then I passed out. So I passed out because I was being strangled. Passed out. Gone. Dinewo passes out. Gone. We are on the floor. Now, I don't remember anything that happened after that because I was on the floor. Now, I don't know how much time passed because when I came to and when I realized that, hi man, I am sleeping. The last time I checked, I was standing outside La Cantina. And now, ndilele and ndilele phandle. So I open my eyes and all I see Gamavile moto, a tire wheel, car tires. So I'm looking at the car's wheel, or whatever. So moto, and I'm like, what am I doing on the floor? And then I wake up. When I wake up, I see another body next to me, and that body is Dinewo. Dinewo is on the floor. So I wake her up, and Dinewo, she wakes up. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So this tint, I'm like, my phone gone. My wallet gone. Whatever I had in my pocket gone. I had a sling bag that I was carrying gone. It's a sling bag. So I'm like thinking, what the fuck happened? So Sifuka no Dinewo, we go to the car. We see Ulindo no Siki inside the car, passed out at the back. Brain is with a guy in the car. So we're like, yo, what happened? This is when I knew Brain hated me. So I'm like, bro, what happened? Did you see what happened? He's like, yeah, people came and they strangled you. Ooh, the two guys, I was straight, ran. And yeah. So I'm like, when was this? He's like 5 minutes ago. I'm like, wait. So you mean to tell me people strangled us, we passed out, and we've been on the floor for the past 5 minutes, and you have been sitting in the car? Make it make sense. Talking to a nigga that you just met tonight. After these guys left, you did not come out to see what's going on. You don't know if Sifile, you don't know if you died, you know nothing. All you saw them strangling us and us passing out, and you still did not do anything. I understand that you might have been scared for your life. Maybe you're not gonna rescue us from them mugging us. But after they left, my guy, after they left, you still did nothing. So, but I'm like, you know what? That's fine. It's fine. We get into the car, we drive. And when we drive home, so we get into the back, right? We wake up, Usiki and Orlindo, they wake up. So we're telling them of what happened. The two guys that we were with, our straight, ran. We don't know where they are. We are not going to wait for them. Let's go home. Luckily, my cousin, I lived with my cousin, right? He was still home here and he didn't go out with us. So we got home, we knocked for him, he opened for us. So we're telling him what happened. The two guys banging and bafike out of their breath. They're like, yo, bro, that was hectic. I'm like, bro, I don't even know what the fuck happened, but all I know is my neck is sore. So now basically we are all home and we talk about what happened. So I'm asking Brain and the guy that he was talking to, Bana, did you guys see maybe who those guys were? Give us a description, give us something. Brain only then tells us that, remember the guys that we were with at Rhapsodies and we came back with here. Fabio. I think one of the guys I saw there or two of the guys that were there is like a guy that was with Abo Fabio and them. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I didn't get a good look at the others because it was dark and they're very dark as well. But the two that I saw there, they were with Abo Fabio. And when I count, those guys maybe by 6. So it is very much likely Ukuti go Fabio. Yeah, bo? So now I'm thinking, Aibo, of Fabio, so I am in denial. I'm like, there is absolutely no way. Right now, I am mad as fuck with brain, because I'm like, where now you Unenda's funny when so I don't believe anything you say. About Fabio left. We were there. We all saw them get into their cars and leave. Right? So I'm like telling them, there's absolutely no fucking way. There's no way that Fabio and them mugged us. Yabo? Sharp. So the night ends. Okay? A lot happens. There were fights happening, but the night ends. Everyone leaves, and it's now just me at my apartment. Now I'm busy using my laptop and the updater on Facebook. No, I don't have a phone, so whoever had my number, you cannot reach me for the time being, or you can reach me on my number because I think I did a SIM swap or something. You can reach me on my number. I'm using one of the Dilily phones as well as you can just call me. Blah 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 blah. Now, remember, Ulindo and Siki took in numbers, so I've been trying to call them. Those guys aren't answering our calls. I think one of them answered, but when he heard that it's us, like, he hung up. I think that's when I knew that these guys were the ones that mugged us. Yeah, so guys, the story still gets spicy. So now, in all of that happening, enough phony, it's been a couple of days since this happened, and I'm like over it, right? Even though I was traumatized, but I was over it. I'm like, fuck, enough phone. I need to get a new phone. Okay, this was going on. I got mugged, but Andy Choppy, obviously, I'm going to change the story. And I'm going to change the narrative to fit me. Yeah, sharp. Now, I get a call on my number. Get a call, and I'm like, hello? And this person is like, hey, it's Fabio. Now, I'm taken aback. My instincts are like, give me, where's my phone, neighbor? My instincts are like to go off at him, but I'm like, listen to what he has to say. So I'm like, listen to what Fabio has to say. So I'm like, oh, hi. He's like, hey, I'm really sorry about what happened. Now I'm like to myself, Dimbuze, what happened? I'm like, He's like, you know, after all that happened, I thought about what we did. I felt so bad for the fact that you were strangled by one of us. So now he's basically, he is coming out with it, like ngabo abantu who mugged us. So I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm gonna bring your phone. So I'm not the only one who was marked there. About Dine was also marked. They took her phone. So I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm busy about anyone else's phone. Oh, okay. So I think 10 minutes afterwards, he calls me. He's like, please come downstairs. Now I'm back like, also one thing about me, guys, because why did I not tell everyone? Right? Osiki lived in my building. Ulindo lived very close to where I stayed. So after I got the call from Fabio and him saying he's gonna come over and bring my phone, tell me, why did I not tell Lindo and Siki? Haibo, not Fabio calling me. So I'm like, oh, okay. Fabio comes. 10 minutes later, he's like, I am downstairs. I go downstairs and I go fetch Fabio from downstairs. Sign him in, we go up. We go up, no Fabio. We get to my apartment. Fabio is sitting there. Fabio. I don't know who beat him up, but udumbile. Yeva? Fabio dumbile, man. Dumbile. So I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong? Yebo? It's like, no, man, it's nothing. And so, and then I'm like, yeah, you said you're gonna bring my phone. He's like, yeah. He takes out my phone, he gives me my phone back, and he gives me a stack of money. He's like, I'm really sorry about what happened. I really liked you, and I think you and I really had a connection. Now, him and I are talking. My cousin is at school. I'm not at school. And we talk. And then we start kissing. Don't ask me why I'm kissing Fabio after he mugged me. But, Fabio, now that he's here, I'm like, it's giving gangster love. Nothing can come between us. You understand? So I'm like, Sana, this is kind of love, AC. And I am about this shit, okay? I'm like, so I'm talking to a gangster here. This guy, and he just gave me a stack. And obviously, this guy doesn't work. He works at work. So this stack, he might be a crime. And I'm like, I want more of this money. So we talk. He starts kissing me. I kiss him back. And we kiss. Wonderful mula, Fabio, from the lounge to the bedroom. Anja. I hate myself for this. I hate myself for saying this. But the way Fabio took this pussy, okay? Fabio went in, child. Like, we one the petulula, one the braya, one the in my head. After all of this was done, because we were done and then he left, I was left sitting there like, did I just have sex with the guy that mugged me? Like, did I just have sex with a guy that mugged me, that almost killed me, that strangled me till I passed out? And I was like, you know what? This is fair, man. But I got my phone back, and that's all that matters, and that's on that, okay? After that, Fabio and I like talked a bit, but I was like, it was giving me scary vibes, because I was like, why am I talking to a guy that mugged me? It's not making sense. But I eventually told everyone of what happened, and they were like, Indos is fair, but I didn't tell everyone because I was still very much kind of closeted-ish. I wasn't talking about my sex life with my friends. But I kind of told them of what happened, that Fabio came through and he gave me back my phone, blah, 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 blah. We talked a bit of Fabio afterwards, but it didn't go anywhere because I was like, ndiyakoyika. What if this is just a ploy for you to get comfortable with me, only to mark me again? But after that, I just like mized him, blocked him. I was like, I'm done with Fabio. But yo guys, that is the story. So if you enjoyed it, please do give it a huge thumbs up, comment down below, and do hit the subscribe button. Use the super thanks to those who have used it. Thank you so much, you guys. I love you so much. So please use the super thanks. It's just a feature that YouTube has integrated into yonke le nto siyenzayo, so that you guys can show your appreciation. So please do use it. I really appreciate it when you guys do. And please do share the video, share my channel, spread the word. Ubana kumnandi apa fucked up, okay? So I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.